My name is Chen Lin. I'm going to talk about how to make money in this bull market. Again, this is my disclaimer. So far this year has been record-breaking. I talked that a little bit yesterday. Just want to emphasize that we were here on my panel, Vino Silver, which is #1 stock, silver stock this year, and #5 in old Toronto Stock Exchange, #5. So it has been a 10-bagger, and we bought from open market. So there's no financing, just straight open market trade. David Wolfen was presenting here. So early this year, when stock was very low, right here. So that's why investors come to this conference. We have 3 gentlemen here, actually 4 companies. The 4th company, the CEO, he was sick, unfortunately, so they will have to another presentation later. So all these companies is my family, I personally own the shares, and my great pleasure to introduce them to you, and I hope you will benefit, learn from their story, and then hopefully profit from them. So this is another stock that do very, very well. Well, it used to be my #1 silver holding. It's called Coeur d'Lion, and they also merged with Silvercrest. So between Coeur d'Lion stock and Silvercrest, it was my #1 holding. It just hit a 10-year high. I already start selling. It become #2 holding. So since here, people come here to look for my gold and silver pick. Currently, my #1 silver position is First Majestic, AG. A lot of people asked me yesterday of the tick symbol. My family, full disclosure, my family owns a lot of shares and a lot of call options. Well, why do I buy call options? Because the stock already went up so much. And when the silver broke out 3 weeks ago, I feel like I want to buy because it will go up. But instead of buying stock, I bought call option because stock already went up so much. You understand? Stock goes up so much, it's very hard to add in that. But call option give me flexibility. I know I bought it in September, I bought January call. I know by January it will expire, and I have to take profit. It kind of forced me to take profit. And usually from September to January, it's a strong bull market of the precious metal, especially gold. But I think right now silvers tend to do very well partially because gold is quite expensive, and then people tend to buy silver for the for the season, right? Because we have Indian holiday coming, right? New Year, and then we have a Christmas, right? Chinese New Year. So generally, in the next few months, gold and silver can be very strong. So that's just talk a little bit. I talked about those before. It's a very textbook way to invest, and then people always talking about we want to invest Warren Buffett style. I want to tell everybody I do not believe that works for the commodity space. Okay, I've seen so many great guy, honest guy, smart guy. They make all the money in the bull market, and it lost all the money on the way down. So that's why I hate it, and I put this chart out. This is one of the best performing fund manager, Oppenheimer Fund. In 30 years, the return is 600%. You can see that, not even, but it's beat the GDX. Look at it, in 30 years, the GDX only returned over 100%. You think about that, I mean, it's a very terrible performance, I have to say. But it's still doing very, very well. And you see the uptrend it can go up. When you go down, it can go up very quickly. So that's why my newsletter is called What's Chen Buying, What's Chen Selling, because I want to tell people, hopefully, when to take profit, as I did in 2012. Right? When 2012, at that time, I think 2012, it's around here. It's already peaking. So I told my subscriber I'm selling, and they said, "Oh, are you the Moses? You want to bring gold bugs out of gold?" So I said, "No, I'm not playing Moses. I'm just think gold valuation is not there. A little bit too much hype." So this is my strategy. Okay, this is my strategy. And in the bear market, I tend to do swing trading. A lot of people know. They came to me yesterday, so how did your platinum trading going? I said, yeah, I had very successful platinum trading for 3 years, okay, because I know they're very strong Chinese import, supported by the import data around $900 range. So every time at $900 I buy, and then every time I bounce over 1,000 I sell. I use in the future market, it's 10 to 1 leverage, so any of those swing trades, I got 100% return. The last time I did was the Liberation Day, early this year. On that Liberation Day, platinum went to 870. I mean, I didn't go that low, but my order at 900 was all bought, and then later on, I sold it. But now I'm out of platinum. I just want to tell everybody I'm out of platinum because I feel there's another sector I'm very familiar, which is silver. Right, I think silver, I feel silver, I'm more familiar. I think silver go higher. So instead of putting money in platinum future, I put in heavy bet on the silver future. So that's what I'm saying is futures. In the bull market, you want to be aggressive. Again, full disclosure, there's a lot of, you have to be very careful future, right? And then I also bought call options, and as I said 3 weeks ago, when gold just started breaking out, and it did very, very well. The best call option I have is up like 6-7 fold already. But also, as I said, when you trade call option, it forces you to exit. Because the worst part of this, I'm going back. So you can buy anywhere around here, but when it pop, not only you lost money, you lost all the way back. This is the best performing gold fund. You see, you still have this kind of thing. So we are somewhere, I think, okay, we are in somewhere midterm, about mid here. So even you bought, and then you can lose money, right? For future, not future, call option, it forces you to exit at a certain point. And then you can decide by early next year, decide, hopefully I got as profitable as I did in 2010, 2011. I got a lot of 10-bagger, 20-bagger from my future, and then I will decide then what to do. So that's my strategy. So this is another very typical, I put that out, and a lot of people came to me, asked me questions. McEwing has been dog for a long time, right? So I bought shares around here. When they were having the hype of copper, I told my subscriber I'm selling most of it. So I was mostly out around, I said double digits when they're over 10. Remember that at that time, McEwing Copper has a lot of investment for the car manufacturer. Everybody loved the copper project. So this year, about midsummer, I started accumulating very heavily into McEwing mining because I heard the copper going to finally go IPO. The copper project, you can go to McEwing website at worth $20, at least $20. If copper is hot with Indonesia, mining accident, it could go higher, so it could go to 30. So, and the stock at that time was trading below 10, so I was pounding the table, buy this, and then buy call options. That was just a couple of months ago. It just continued to go on, one of the better performer. And then when last Friday, right, they got just yesterday, yesterday afternoon, they got the Argentina tax exemption. That was $5. They'll probably go up again next week. And I plan to exit when the copper IPO, hopefully 20 plus 10, I will exit with my call option. That's my plan. So where are we in the cycle of gold? That's a key question. And a lot of people ask me, and I want to put on some chart for to see where we are. So it seems like we have a lot of exit we got a lot of fund exit. People don't believe in this cycle. So there's the outflow. There's outflow of gold miners for many, many months until last month finally start to import. So from this chart, looks like we seem to have a beginning of the bull market, even though the bull market already lasts for quite some time. Okay, so that seems like we're relatively early in this bull market. The margin, okay, gold margin is at 40-year high. Gold margin is very, very high. But I will warn you, I already start to see there could be some crack next year. You know why? Because gold mining company, this year they use, maybe they assume $2,000 gold and 2,200 gold in their production planning. I'm pretty sure next year the price assumption will be higher. What does it mean? They're going to mine more low grade, right? Because the mine together, right? Because all the low grade is waste. Now they can mine it profitably. Why don't mine it? Don't get it out. So they will mine more low grade, and then the cost will go up. Production will come down. It happened so many times in the past decade. That's why there's a word like they saying gold miner sucks, but it's a lot of people not happy about that. So far, this year, last year, gold miner discipline has pretty high. They keep on the costs pretty low. I'm a little bit afraid of next year, starting next year, they will up the gold price assumption. You can see those on their presentation. You can go to the conference call. You can listen to that. See what is your assumption of your gold price. If it really moves up significantly, that means their cost will go up and the production will come down. It happens so many times. So that's my worry. But you can see the margin was so high right now. It's almost 100%. Even it come down a little bit, still is very high. So which means the gold mining company going to make a lot of money. So that's a little bit worry. I say a little bit crowd there, but it seems not a major worry. Well, this is a very interesting, the stable coin. The coin boys started to invest in gold. Actually, the first company they invest is one of ours. It's one of my recommendation. It's EMX Royalty. EMX was presenting at Metals Investment Forum also before a year ago. So hope some of you catch that. They have a very nice discovery by Zijin in Serbia, which they own the royalty, and then the stock double, and then was take over by this guy, the coin guy. The deal was done in a few weeks ago, and I sold all my mine because I appreciate so much. So that's another area because I don't believe in digital assets. But some people do. I think the digital asset is waiting for people from North Korea to hack you, or waiting for the AI machine to hack you in the future because the computer is so getting more and more strong. It's only a piece of code. It's not a hard asset. But some people believe it. That's fine. But I see the trend is those coin people start to get into the gold and silver hard asset. That's very good. That means we are in the relatively early stage. This is a very good chart by my good friend Tavi Costa. And you can see the gold dollar, US dollar, it could go down. That's very good for gold. The junior to senior ratio, I love this. Juniors finally having our days. I have one company came to my panel yesterday. The share before the CEO speak, the share went up 36%. The juniors are back, so which is good. We need those. But because a lot of juniors are still extremely undervalued, and I have 4 extremely undervalued companies here. I hope you will listen to their story. So this is a very interesting chart. This is published not by me, by our Goldman Sachs. Okay, so they have the official Chinese purchase of gold right here in red. And then they have the blue is what they estimate actual purchase by Chinese central bank. And you can see there's just a strong uptick recently. So basically, he's trying to point out China has been aggressively accelerating buying gold. Okay, why is that? Because China is dating dollar. Everybody knows that. China has a $1 trillion trade surplus. This year going to be much higher. I heard 1.4. Maybe 1.5 trillion in trade surplus. They have all the dollar coming in, and then they don't want to keep it because it could be confiscated any time. What happened to Russia, right? So they just go for gold. And this chart is what the stocks, the in-stock warrants in the futures in Shanghai Future Exchange. You can see there's exponential growth in just a month ago. That actually triggered the breakout of gold 3 weeks ago. When I saw this chart, I said, gold is going to break out, so let's go buy some core options. So why is that? My theory is Chinese people, rich people, well-connected people, they saw this, they know China is going to buy more gold, so they want to front-run the Chinese central bank to buy more gold. So that's it. And then this is a large chart on gold. Actually, you can look at it different ways. It's a little bit scary, okay? I mean, if you look at it, compare with historical gold rallies, and you can say we are close to the top, right? I mean, you can say that this compared to what we had, this only August. Now it's even higher. It's almost 3,800. So that's one way to look at it. I've been chatting with a lot of people on this. This is published by Incrementum, my very good friend, Ronnie. And so you can also look at it another way. See, this is a start, and this is a boom. So this one is a start, and then we're in a boom period. So if you look at that way, the target is probably not about 5,000, 4,000, 5,000, maybe can go to 8,000. So there are different ways to look at it. I think jury is out, but I just want to tell you, the rise of gold has been amazing in the historical term. So a little bit caution here. So this is the silver chart. So that's why I like silver. If you look at the historical chart, silver is still undervalued, right? So the silver went to 50 again. And then yesterday it hit 46. I think 50 is coming, probably in the coming weeks. We're very pleased because I bought a lot of silver at between $10 and $20, and I have a good till cancel order to sell half of my silver futures, paper silver, at around 50. Okay, that's my plan. And also have a lot of physical silver. Actually, physical silver is harder to sell. I'm from the United States. It's collectible, tax is high and hard, and then the margin tax. That's why I like to invest in paper silver. Even other people say you shouldn't, but it's easier. The tax-wise, it's very convenient. Half its capital gain is long-term capital gain, if you know the future market in the United States. Okay, so this is my plan. 50 is my initial target. I think we'll likely to break it in the coming weeks, and I will keep half of it because I think it will go over 50. And me and many other silver bucks, like for example, like Eric Spratt, we are actually praying silver do not make a parabolic move, because every time you make a parabolic move, it's the top of the market, including silver and gold. So we hope it will just stay slowly grinding up. That's our hope, but we never know, right? So that's our game plan. Watch for silver, watch for gold for the next few weeks or months. I don't think we're at the top, but it's market is getting a little bit hot. If it overheated a little bit, I hope gold just hopefully stay consolidated around 4,000. And silver maybe at 50, maybe take some time to go over 50. That would be most ideal situation, because it go to next year. And maybe later next year, they have another rally. So you want to consolidate. We don't want to see parabolic move. Gold already have very strong parabolic move. I hope silver won't have a parabolic move, even though it probably will. I mean, history repeats itself. And then I don't have too much time. One of the things is silver is when gold is expensive, people tend to go to silver. Like Indians go to silver. Silver is very high lease rate. And then silver has very high deficit for a very long time. And there's all these research reports. I don't have time, but it's just what I'm saying is a little bit silver, a little bit buying from the retail silver just go up very, very strongly.